Disco Elysium. That is what I've chosen. And I'm in that, originally, if you would have asked me yesterday, I was like, oh, I'd probably play like Disco Elysium and something else. But I'm at that point in the time of the day where I'm caught between like, I can't, I don't really want to stream later tonight. And then I also am a little maybe too late to stream more than one thing here in this late afternoon type business. So we will probably only get to a couple hours of Disco Elysium here. I need to reduce the volume in my head. All right. Martinez, day 5, 9/28. When did we last play this? Almost a week ago. Jesus. Oh, yeah, that's what I played it like 2 days back to back, I think. And then I was like, I'll chill on this for a bit. Oh, look at that. I remember what I was supposed to do since I parked my body where it needs to go. Alright, I think this is what we were doing. We are going to confront her, Class A, with a hearty story. So we're back and forth, backing and forthing. And we'll see just what happens. Let's go.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
I don't have enough volition to actually do this, unfortunately. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
She puts her coffee mug on the table.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police.
Yeah, a damn good one.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions.
Okay.
Is it? Something is off here.
Something's off.
Shush. I can't hear what she's saying. Let the mist speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Thanks, Kim, for picking up the slack here.
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, grey and pale violet in the morning light.
What lies beyond it?
The pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
It's so dumb. Every time I run into that word for the first time, every stream, I go, in my head, I'm like, Orange. And I forget that it's like a completely silent J. I'm so dumb. The pale, the Mundi Isola, the Occident. Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
She lights a cigarette. What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Fucked. People after her. Moral intern people. This isn't Orionese lit.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Orania.
What exactly did you do?
I need answers.
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on his notebook.
The job was Lou's County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Laws cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people too, not just C-suite.
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
Oh, we gotta go deeper. What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
She says it quickly, like she said it 100 times. To herself, to get used to the idea. Out of guilt.
That's not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
A great pain moves through her. A dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, miss.
Oh,
She looks at it and quickly tosses the butt aside. I'm sorry this happened to you.
so am I.
She immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
It doesn't matter. Better not to mention it.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Do I ask this? Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
She says as if it's self-evident. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
The body in the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower. Okay.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground, then raises her light brown eyes to meet yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
You can't believe I shaved? Hey, given an opportunity, I mean, generally in video games, right? If you give me the opportunity to do something or not do something, just out of curiosity's sake, I'm going to probably do something, you know? It's too tempting not to see what possibly happens when you give me a chance to do something. Now, did I regret when I immediately did it? Possibly. But that's what curiosity gives you sometimes, you know. We'll need to take this question to the Hardy Boys. Okay.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
Gotta get Ruby's location. When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone,
She looks at her cigarette.
so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Thought they'd found me. They killed last week. I tried not to talk to anyone. I'll just say either way, something to consider.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. But there's one thing I know, is that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Fair enough. The answer comes fast.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
So you would have us believe, but you're not.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Yeah. I mean, she saw it and she was like, I can't just let that continue to sit there. And she was like, it's been, what? At that point, like a week or something? She's like, I can't just let this body that I loved just continue to sit there. Oh, God. God, I gotta be honest. These last 2 or whatever episodes, 2 parts that I've played, and we've had this whole, like, honestly, meeting her has just been, like, this whole, like, just a flood of this complicated thing just being like, it's a thing. And then every step of the way, it's like, oh, it's a thing. Oh, it's a thing. It's weird. And I think I mentioned this before, but it's like, it's very strange where, like, for many parts of this game, I felt like I've kind of just been wandering around very, very slowly picking up little hints or, like, actually completing things. Most of the time I've just been kind of like, just dicking around, it feels like. And all of a sudden, like, the last part or 2, I've just been like, holy shit, oh, there's more info, oh god, it's all coming so fast.
Her jaw is clenched.
Just being hit
Her throat
with
moves.
mental damage.
It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
When was the window changed? Point to it.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
She takes a drag.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom, inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that visual calculus. I don't want to ask her, did you kill Lily? That's a dumb question. This was always dumb from the beginning. That's why I avoided it. All right, I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke, just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
The lieutenant glances at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here?
A drama check. 58%. I gotta change clothes. Oh, I already have +2 drama from that. Okay, let me... Do I have any more drama clothing? I swear I do. I thought drama was something I could, like, quickly put some clothing on and really... Oh, here we go. Insane mesh tank top. Of course. Is that minus? Yeah. I don't want to fail this check. I don't want to fail it. What is that? Minus a drama. Damn. Never mind. I have a lot of minus drama clothing. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Parter silk robe. Oh, yes. I forgot about this outfit. Yeah, let's go. All right.
Hello, officer.
Legs crossed.
What brings you up here again?
All right. In God's name, wake up.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps.
Oh, really?
She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
All right. Oh, wait. All these are like, I don't believe her. As if I didn't believe her. I don't know. Like, I'm curious, if I even pick one, does that mean that I'm gonna go in for the arrest on her? I don't want to arrest her. I don't know what it is. Let me just think about it. I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm just gonna think about this for a sec. I'm entering my mind palace here. No, I don't even want to take the chance. Let's change the subject for the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Alright. Honestly, if I'm being played by her, then so be it. I'll just have to take it. Wait, was it this that I had on, or was it... It was one of these jackets. Which jacket? Was it this one? Was it this? I don't know what I had. Let's just go with this for right now. I already forget which of the jackets I had on. Okay, so let's go in and look at the window, like... this?
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Alright, what happened here?
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. The two-hearted spider.
What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling. The woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. Ending him.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at point A prime, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room? A closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been another point of origin, further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Yes. Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
So here. More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Have a look at point B prime, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of
I love
these
doing this shit.
positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
An amazing sniper. Have a look at point B double prime, Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Have a look at point B triple prime, the islet.
1 kilometer away. A point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof? In Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime, Land's End, B triple prime, the islet?
I see you have given this a lot of thought.
Hell yeah, I
What are
have.
the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
I'm gonna say much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one.
Yeah, we're figuring out a mystery. Let's go, Kim.
It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
Fair. Blink. Alright. Well, that's another thing we can do. Before we do any of that, why don't we... read... What, is this the book we were given? By those guys? I think it is. Or is it this one? This might be the one.
The cover of this pocket-sized volume features a swirl of orange, yellow, and green. The title, A Brief Look at Inframaterialism, is set in an authoritative yet approachable serif font.
I guess I could have... Okay, yeah, it's that one.
What an interesting color palette. It's vibrant, yet somehow leaves you ever so slightly nauseated. On the inside jacket flap, you find a brief summary. What is inframaterialism? A highly theoretical
Let's read a
branch
book.
of Mazovian communism, a collection of mystical ramblings by a discredited revolutionary, or possibly both? This brief look, TM, introduces readers to one of this century's most fascinating and misunderstood theories in a concise, jargon-free manner.
This feels like kid stuff. Is there no slightly longer glance TM series?
The back of the book contains 4 or 5 pages of primary and secondary sources, but you'd need access to a university library to find most of them.
Ah, of course.
In other words, this guide is the only source you're likely to find. You turn to the table of contents. The guide itself is divided into several sections with seemingly esoteric titles like Effects of Plasm on Root Vegetables and Mental Projection and Transference. There's also a brief introduction about the life of Ignis Nielsen.
Let's read the introduction. Introduction on Ignis Nielsen.
Known to his numerous admirers as the evangelist of the revolution, and to his even more numerous enemies as the apocalyptic Shrike, Ignis Nielsen remains one of the most controversial and fascinating figures to emerge in the years of the anti-centennial revolution, second only to Krasmazov himself.
I was looking at chat and I only just now noticed because I'm so dumb. When did you change your name from Llama to Link? And also, if you're still here and I have your attention, if you had to assign yourself a percentage of how far along in this game I'm done, what would you say percentage-wise? A rough, fucking rough estimate. Just a rough estimate percentage, because I'm curious.
During his unparalleled life, he helped guide a revolution in one country and found a new state in another. Along the way, he committed some of the most notorious war crimes in an era famed for its atrocities.
60%? That's not bad. That's not bad. That's honestly kind of better than I thought I would be at. Although I would say I probably vastly progressed that percentage, like I said, over the last like 2 or so streams of this.
And yet, his most fascinating contribution to history may be the most overlooked. His theory of ideological plasm, from which his followers and successors developed the school of communism known as inframaterialism.
Changed the name some weeks ago. Didn't want to be Llama anymore. That's fair. That's fair. Is it Link from Zelda's Link namesake? Or is Link some other just different meaning or taken from something else? because I hadn't noticed. I was like, I was only literally looking at chat because I was gonna ask about the percentage thing, and then I'm like, wait, I think I always just read it as like the L, and so I was like, oh, it's always that. Start reading the first chapter. Click.
If you're like most people, you probably believe that your thoughts reside in your brain, right?
I gotta get comfortable. I assume this book is gonna take a little bit of time, but I have all the time in the world.
That's not right at all. Thoughts don't exist in the brain. They float through the air. Your brain is but a fish swimming through them.
Thoughts don't exist in the brain, they float in the air. Oh, big brain concept. Links the middle name. Oh, okay. That's dope. That's a cool middle name. That's a cool middle name, I think. I always thought I swam through them.
Very interesting. And not so far removed from Ingus Nielsen's own theories. As Mazov's devoted comrade and leading theoretician, Nielsen was responsible for developing much of the intellectual foundation of communism. But his interests and speculations were famously wide-ranging. During his final years in exile, he produced, among other things, an early guide to home brewing, instructions for raising revolutionary children, plans for a universal pictographic language, and a detailed materialist critique of Dolores Day's chess strategy. A true man of ideas, equal to any of the great DeLorean polymaths. But one subject he returned to time and time again was the fundamental relationship between thoughts and matter. We may yet discover, he wrote in his notebooks, that under certain exceptional circumstances, the proletariat's embrace of historical materialism may be so fervent that their beliefs take form in the world of matter as a kind of revolutionary plasm.
Huh. Okay.
Stay with us a moment longer. What's more, Nielsen speculated that this plasm, when it becomes powerful enough, might begin to influence the material reality surrounding it. Hence the name, inframaterialism. Unfortunately, Nielsen passed away before he was able to develop these initial ideas into a full-fledged theory. That work was left to subsequent generations of communist theorists. Building on Nielsen's basic insight, these theorists reached a startling conclusion that a sufficiently revolutionary state might begin to exhibit certain extra-physical effects based on the amount of plasm generated by its citizens.
Kind of want to say 1 and 4. So these people are saying that if enough people just believe in communism, it will come true?
The actual theory is highly technical, but for the purposes of this brief look, TM, that's a fine working definition of the concept.
Okay. Okay, that's not, I'm going to say, that's not like, it's a theory, but it's not that far out there in a sense. Like, it's sort of like when you read it back, I guess kind of makes sense in theory. If enough people, especially when it's what's the word I'm looking for? When it is not a principle, but a thing. When it's a thing, and if enough people believe in it, and it's a way to live by, right? If enough people believe in it, then it's not that far-fetched to be like, oh, then yeah. If enough people believe in it being the predominant theory or whatever, then it exists. I didn't explain that at all well, but it makes sense in my head.
That's because this is absolute idiocy, not even worth engaging with.
Thanks, logic.
No. There's something here. You can feel it.
All right, let's hear about this extra physical stuff.
Inframaterialists divide the extra physical effects of the revolutionary state by the level of plasm required to achieve them. At the lowest, or first level, revolutionary plasm is believed to stimulate or invigorate matter without altering its essential properties.
How exactly does the plasm stimulate matter?
To take one example, during the revolutionary period, many communard farmers in Grad reported extraordinary yields of certain root vegetables, most notably turnips.
Ah, the turnips.
The difference in these yields was simply too great to be accounted for by mere climate or soil conditions. The only reasonable explanation, informaterialists argue, is the high level of revolutionary plasm emanating from the commune itself.
Okay, this is maybe now where you start to be like,
Even today, in parts of the SRV, there are collective farms whose root vegetable yields exceed those thought possible by capitalist agronomists. Who's to say the farmers aren't just cooking the books? Sounds like obvious SRV propaganda. It's also been postulated that plasm may account for the remarkably full and manly facial hair observed on some communist males.
my facial hair is gone. I'm gonna. Don't. It's embarrassing.
Of course, inframaterialists argue that revolutionary plasm may stimulate human physiology in other ways as well. Oh yeah, we're talking about white-hot communist sex, baby. That's correct. Reports from the revolutionary period claim that the most radically devoted communards were able to engage in vigorous intercourse for up to 8 hours at a time.
Oh my god, this is huge propaganda. Who wouldn't want to be going for 8 hours, man?
8 hours? There's no way. Your equipment would be mashed to jelly.
I was literally gonna say you would pass out by like surely by like hour 3, 4, 5.
No wonder the communards couldn't shoot straight. They were too shagged out.
Damn.
Hyperproductive vegetables and ultra-horny communards are fine. But this theory hasn't quite gotten strange enough for you.
Yeah, let's get stranger.
And on that note, you feel like you've gotten the general idea of inframaterialism, enough to carry on a basic conversation at least. But if you'd like to go even deeper into some of the more speculative aspects of the theory, you could always read further.
Read further. How much further is there?
Of course you want to go deeper. What else are you here for? The book fits quite snugly into your palm. It would also fit comfortably into a jacket pocket.
Fuck it, let's keep going. I don't even care.
You flip forward a few pages until you come upon a chapter titled Mental Projection and Transference. When a community has achieved a sufficiently high degree of revolutionary fervor, inframaterialists believe that second-level effects may be observed. At this second level, certain hyper-revolutionary individuals may even develop the ability to extend their thoughts into material space and vice versa.
So why do these effects only work for hyper-revolutionary communists?
Because plasm has never been directly observed, the exact mechanism behind these effects remains entirely speculative. In other words, there's no evidence that any of this mind-reading stuff is real. Why are you getting hung up on mechanisms? Open your mind's aperture just a little wider. You're so close to true understanding.
Fine, let it go.
This should be more than enough for a stimulating discussion. That said, if you're still yearning for more, you must. Everyone knows books save their best parts for the end.
Ah, so true. So true, Inland Empire. Finish the book.
You breeze through the next several sections until you arrive at the final chapter, titled A Communism Above Reality. When a society's revolutionary fervor reaches the third and highest level, inframaterialist theoreticians have postulated that the laws of physics cease to be laws.
Cease to be laws. What do they become then?
More like suggestions, according to some of the SRV's leading inframaterialists. Of course, it's impossible to say what exactly happens under these conditions. No known society has ever achieved the levels of revolutionary enthusiasm the theory seems to require. Some inframaterialists have even argued that it might require more plasm than humanity alone may be capable of producing.
Wait, are there non-human sources of plasm?
In the SRV, there have been attempts to organize certain species of aquatic mammals, as well as a few of the higher corvids. But, as of this writing, only human beings have demonstrated the intellectual capacity for revolutionary communism.
Has anyone ever gotten close to reaching the third level?
There are numerous stories from Samara involving bandits or fascist mercenaries being levitated by farmers from the most ideologically advanced communes. Of course, few of these incidents have ever been rigorously investigated or substantiated. The form of these stories also recalls several well-known Samaran folk tales, in particular the one commonly known as Clever Oleg and the Flying Magistrate. Among known attempts to channel third-level capabilities, the most well-documented is the curious case of Coalition warship Debutante.
We're too far into it. We got to keep going. I've got to know what that's about.
It concerns an interesting series
can't
of
quit.
events that took place during the invasion of Revachol. As Coalition forces made landfall, a cadre of Nielsen's most fervent acolytes attempted to compress a Coalition-era static with their collective will. According to Communard law, these acolytes positioned themselves at the top of a redoubt just over the bay of Revachol. From that vantage, they proceeded to visualize pinching Coalition warship Debutante between their fingers, a gesture believed to assist in the extra-physical materialization of their thoughts.
Should have used their finger pistols instead. Aim your finger pistols towards the bay.
There's no evidence
Yeah.
the Communards were equipped with finger pistols, though it's unlikely they would have decisively altered the outcome. The acolytes, along with the redoubt, were vaporized in an artillery strike before the process could be completed. Picture the lot of them, all standing with their fingers in the air 1 minute, the next reduced to a bloody mist.
Lovely.
It's been said, though, that in the weeks following the battle, the captain of the Debutante noted an increase in incidents of crewmen striking their heads on unexpectedly low bulkheads. Of course, colorful anecdotes only scratch the surface of what inframaterialists believe may be possible in a truly third-level society.
What would a third level society even look like?
Some have theorized that such a society would be fundamentally unrecognizable, lacking many of the institutions we typically take for granted in advanced societies, including organized governments, financial institutions, and law enforcement. Others have argued that people living under third-level conditions will be immune to such infirmities as hunger, disease, and mental illness. In some of his later writings, Nielsen himself speculated about the potential for an extra-physical architecture that disregards the laws of bourgeois physics and instead relies on the revolutionary faith of the people for structural integrity.
That seems like a bad theory to design buildings based on.
Nielsen called it the highest expression of communist principles, a society whose literal foundation is the faith of its people. On the following page, you come across a few black and white reproductions from Nielsen's own notebooks. One sketch depicts a government ministry shaped like a great inverted pyramid, a hectare in width at the top, balanced atop foundations the size of common apartments. Another depicts a leaning tower wrapped in a dramatic helix. The caption beneath it reads, "The Tower of History." Something about that tower looks awfully familiar. Could it be that's what the students were trying to recreate with the matchboxes?
Wait, but what if the people stop believing in the buildings collapse?
In the corner of one of the reproduced notebook pages, you can make out the following words, written in Nielsen's distinctive slashing script. A state that has lost the faith of its people has forfeited the right to exist.
This might be too much even for me.
That's all right, because you've reached the end of the book. If you'd like to try something different, may we recommend a brief look at Gradian literature?
Let's put the book away. That was an adventure. Alright. We have been in the Whirling in Rags location, basically, I feel, for quite a bit long. So, instead of questioning Titus immediately, let's go on a field trip and let's go try to research where the shop may have come from. So I assume we're going to at least apparently try to eliminate these locations and then see if A Prime's correct. Before I truly do, I want to make sure that I'm not missing out anything here. It doesn't look like that's the case. Okay. Alright, let's beat it. Beat it! Beat it! We can talk to Titus later. Just want to go talk to him real quick. I just want to give him a little Kuno speaking to.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Empathy? Empathy check? Oh, I really do want that.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Alright, Kuno. Empathy. Empathy. +1 already? +1. What's giving me +1? My sunglasses. Let's see if I have anything else. I would love to get that. Is that all I have? Oh no. Wait. Oh no. Oh god. I'm ready to roll on a 42% chance or whatever. Oh wait. Yup. I'm ready to roll on an over 50. Oh? I'm ready to roll on like a, what is that going to be, 60 something or 72% maybe?
Fuck does Kuno care?
Yeah, 72. Alright, let's go. Empathy check.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around.
Damn it!
And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Well, shit. Kuno, listen, I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups.
Get your snout out of Kuno's ass. Kuno knows how
Wonderful.
hard Kuno pushes it. Kuno pushes it hard level. You should give up, Popo, or the Kun will keep fucking it out of you.
You okay, Kuno?
She looks around. The Kun has her confused.
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Great. Love it. I'm excellent. Alright, I'm all fine.
Kuno
Fuck it.
doesn't fucking care.
Fuck you, Kuno. Alright. Just honestly. Wait. Whoa, 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 hey, I clicked the wrong thing. Whoa, 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 hey. Alright, so if I'm looking... Boardwalk, island, Land's End. Let's go. You know what? I don't need to try to fast travel at the moment. Do I? I probably can't even do it. Yeah, it's not even going to let me for whatever reason. So let's go on a... Let's go on a little adventure, Kim. Beep, bop, boop. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? I completely forgot how to, like, get to, like, the area, like, over that way. My brain just, like, short-circuited. Gotta cross this little thing. Let's get some pace going. Don't tell me what to do. I got a thing to figure out first. Okay, so let me... Land's End, Island, Boardwalk. I gotta remember, like, where all that... I mean, Boardwalk is clearly, like, I think at the very top of the, thing. Top of the thing, you know. Boardwalk, I assume I'm on the boardwalk here, so I guess we can... Is this the boardwalk? No, boardwalk might be where that guy and his son is at, maybe? Technically. Me not knowing exactly what a boardwalk is. Interesting. You're fine. Don't worry about it. To be fair, I didn't even notice an old man on the bench. I was just so, like, focused on, like... going where I was going. So maybe I'll come back to him. Alright, I assume if I just walk around, I'm gonna find out. See, something in my head was like... Something in my head was like something back...
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
Kim?
What? Kim? No, it's you. You and the seagull are just alike.
Why am I like a seagull?
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons.
Endurance thinks I'm a survivor.
No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Hold on, have I ever eaten a burger out of trash?
You have. The body remembers.
Alright, I guess I am a bit like the seagull.
Exactly. The seagull does what it takes, and so do you. You've got that same spirit in you. When the time comes, you push yourself.
Seagull, cross game promotion here. Just like Umineko when the seagulls cry. Synergy. We love to see it. I should stop by in the church. What the hell? How are they doing in here? Can anything happen? Can, like, I'm curious, can, like, if the days go on, can, like, people, like, things they say or something get updated? I'm curious. Curious?
Yes, what is it?
No, just let her do her thing.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
Turn away. I'm just gonna assume they're still having a good old time here. Okay, I'm gonna assume this is the boardwalk. Boardwalk. Things of wood. Let me look around this. I can't even go. Oh no, I can't even go. Would it be highlightable? Would I be able to see? Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
What is Land's End? Why does that sound very familiar, and yet I'm like, this map not helping me at all. Love it. Love it. Wandering around aimlessly. Love it. Pacing back and forth. Yeah, they must leave like a very exciting life. They're like, look at this fucking wall. God, I really want to get into here.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Ah.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. The wind...
Okay, so I found one of the areas.
Fine sea foam lashes your face. It feels like needles. You can take it. Just raise your collar, detective.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a
W.
person
Freighter.
take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling rugs.
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower, took the shot there.
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
Kim just poo-pooing my ideas. Lieutenant looks up, raising his collar.
He looks like he's cold out here at the tip of the coast. The jacket is warm, but not for this weather.
Kim, you look cold. Maybe a thicker coat?
I'm okay. You, on the other hand, Freighter, you look like you're about to turn into a popsicle.
Yep.
Technically speaking, that would be
Copsicle. You meant to say copsicle.
No, I did not. We Seolites don't do paronomastic humor.
Okay. What about the cigarette butts?
Those? Smoking acel and huferos tumutiri to Astra or Joan? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Look over the water to the whirling in rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender, smoking, drinking, being happy and elated, without you. Because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you? Doing your detective work.
Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps, but anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year.
He looks around.
Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Beatable Prime, was it?
Beatable pun? Sure. Fine. Fine, Kim. Fine. Alright, I believe this was World's... Or Land's End. World's End. Close enough. Boardwalk. And then island. Check island? Island. Island? Island. I would assume these places can't be far from where I'm at this point. You know what I mean? But we do know it's not a highlighted thing. It's a thing that pops up above my head. It is the thoughts of visual calculus popping up above my head. So I need to walk around. Oh, I can't go through that thing. So I just need to run around. Kim, let's run around. Alright, I'm going to be systematic about this. I'm going to pick up... I'm going to go everywhere I can. Everywhere I can. Wait, go this way. Let me make sure... Someone's home away from home, just like yours. Brilliant. I'm gonna be careful about this. I'm gonna run around. As I'm running around, I'm gonna make sure I don't miss anything. To your right, a white-bellied cormorant eyes you suspiciously. Great. Kim, I hope you have your running shoes on. Alright, I'm gonna walk up what I thought was the boardwalk again. And then we'll head down and we'll keep going. Okay, you can't go... You can go here. I don't know if I already checked this or not. My memory is not great. Down here? Down here? Oh, it just ends. No further. Okay, I remember the trap things. Maybe this boardwalk?
A row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall.
I mean, I've already
with
done all
another
this.
7 shades standing 10 meters from them. A single person stands on the sideline. A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
The boards crack dangerously as you run. Be careful here. Oh, I'll be careful. Don't fall. You'll never be able to get back up. It would be embarrassing. Kim would never let you hear the end of it. I can't have Kim thinking any less of me at this point. Island boardwalk. Island boardwalk. Okay, then this is back. That's back up there. Don't do it again. I don't need to make the loop again. Island boardwalk. Island boardwalk.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
I think I already went there. Shot couldn't have come from here. Trees block the way. I was teased. I thought that was gonna be it. I was teased. Ice just off the coast crackles, shifting.
This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it.
Hold up. Don't you mean the scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Yeah. Sure does look like a lot of folks partied here.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Hey Kim, look, we've had a couple of partygoers here.
Looks like it.
This was some sort of theater to them, a circus production by a great clown.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
Lieutenant adjusts his glasses.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
Well, dang. Did I already check possibly back here? I don't think it would be back here. The wind is corralled by the 4-story buildings around this yard. Okay, I would have assumed all 3 locations to check would have been on this, like, section. But now I'm thinking I'm a fool. Now I'm thinking, I don't know, a dang thing. Beep bop boop. Ba-da-da, bop, bop. Okay, I'll talk to the man on the bench.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone.
Like dead gone?
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Gone. Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute cunt.
Cunt. Okay, number 4 is a terrible thing to say. Jesus Christ. Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper.
So what, you were just tolerating him this whole time?
The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids, and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
She never lost sight of it, and I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him. I mean, why not? Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
He falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Tell me.
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
It's tough. Here, something to remember your friend by. Give him the photograph of Renee and the girl.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny...
Eyes blurry with tears. He has to stop.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Nope. Bye for now. Boardwalk for bullet traces. The island for bullet traces. Does it mean boardwalk like this way? The way I was technically going for a bit, and then... I mean, I don't know if I'd consider this a boardwalk at all. Like any of this. I'm just dumb. I just must not know anything. Is this a boardwalk? What's a boardwalk? I don't think this is a boardwalk. This is not what I would consider by any stretch of the imagination a boardwalk. What's an island? Just asking questions. What's an island? Kim, help me. What is an island? I don't know anything anymore. Kim? Kim? Help me. Yeah. I think I'm just dumb. Don't worry about it. I mean, this whole area can't be a boardwalk. Up here and up and around and... What is this? A giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. Hmm. I mean, I might as well check, I guess. It'll probably be fruitless. Maybe I just need to have those, it happen like naturally, you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't be just looking for these things. They'll just pop up by me walking around, maybe. Or maybe not, and I'll just miss it, and then I'll be sad, and then, hey, don't get mad at me, man. Hey, man. You know I'm trying my best. Look at me. I'm walking around. I'm doing things. I'm moving. I'm shaking. It must be... I swear, it must be just so frustrating to watch me sometimes. I don't know why anyone willingly subjects themselves to doing this.
Your raise the sun.
You just know things that I don't. Is there... Here's the thing. Here's the other thing I'm thinking. Maybe there's an island and a boardwalk that I haven't been to yet. What's the chance... I mean, honestly, what's the chance that it goes beyond this? We go beyond these walls. Like, I'm looking at this. What if this is an island? What if this... What is over here? What is this? I can't fucking tell what this is. I'm looking at my monitor. I'm looking at this. I'm like, maybe I get on a boat. Maybe I get on her boat and I just go to this. Maybe this is an island. I look at this and I'm like, what is an island? You know? What is an island? Could be anything. It could be anything. But with that, I guess we go talk to Hardy. Titus Hardy. Your favorite part's when I get to invade the space station? Oh, I can't wait. Does this guy have anything interesting going on yet? I forget.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Ah.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Gendarme. Gendarme.
Yes? What is it?
Why not? Are you with him?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
He's an asshole.
You're an asshole. You know what? Maybe we're both assholes.
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
Alright, bye.
It's you again. What is it?
Alright, I'm sure I'm going to be able to get this. Okay, I talked to Class A. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Why? He leans back and regards you with curiosity. Alright, I'm gonna level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Lily's killer.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Whoa, hey. He throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips. The big guy sighs.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
58% chance? That's not too bad. I'm gonna probably switch to some logic clothing. Make it a little better. I've got logic clothing, I'm sure. -1? That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. What is giving me -1? Glasses? Dang. Dang. Why does that sound effect when I'm putting on glasses sound like I'm eating an apple? Oh shit. I thought I had glasses that would give me logic. Dang. Oh man, I'm putting on the dumb hat. Oh, I have so much logic clothing. This is great. It couldn't be any better than this. What is this? Oh my goodness. Give me a 100% chance. Might as well. What is this? Perfect. Perfect. I think I'm only gonna get fucked this up on natural ones. There's no way. There's no way I roll snake eyes. There just can't be any way. Really just trying to jinx myself here. Alright, present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought. A massive activity spike in the amygdala copicum, the part cops use to pin murders on people.
Oh no, I know a fun question. So you're not mad, you know things that I don't. On a scale of 1 to 10, how infuriating was it to watch? This doesn't give me a direct answer, but it at least tells me, as I was walking around trying to find where the other locations could be for the bullet trajectory things, where you like, oh god, what's he doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was that intense feeling? Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us. Drinking. Near the stage there.
He points to the karaoke stage. She didn't go out for fresh air? For one smoke?
No.
No.
That's a lie.
You know that's not the case.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cop.
Again, Cop.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
I don't even want to accuse her. I just want to talk to her. I just want to know who this Ruby person is.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
There is a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
How?
He looks sincerely curious. Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop?
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
No, it's an elevator.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, the door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
I also found footprints upstairs in the old workshop.
Footprints? Recent?
Oh yeah, hella recent.
The tracks were recent, but not worn down in the right foot like Ruby's. It's best to omit this pesky little polemic for now. Too confusing.
Recent. A week or two.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that, Cop.
Damn, he's gonna check my work.
Good news is, I'm still listening.
Have you noticed the winch out back? On the outer wall of the whirling?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there?
That's right.
That's one mystery down then. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it?
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Nah, my big old wrinkly brain.
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
I'm not gonna lie, I analyzed it on the spot. Turns out I can do that.
No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what they say doesn't sound like a science column. You're a madman.
Nah, man, I'm a big old science cop.
Those numbers were an asshole, man.
Yeah, and they don't put her on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
We firmly established Ruby could have access to the roof where the man was shot.
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But...
I'm gonna say... Oh, why not? Local pawn shop sold my gun lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was her.
You lost your gun?
The blonde man is taken aback, not even laughing.
What an idiot!
Shut up, Shanky.
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder? You didn't. And Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Well, shit.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
Thanks, Kim. I've already established Ruby's run drugs. She could have smuggled guns, too.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
You were warned not to bring it up. Your best shot here is to just back out of it.
Fine, Titus. Not getting into it if it touches you on your precious business.
Okay, cop. She's got connections. I could see how she could have access to a gun. That still doesn't mean she did.
That's all you needed. Doubt.
I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon. Just that we need to find her.
I don't know, cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Shut up! The tattooed man bursts out laughing at his own joke.
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
Maybe she killed him because she thought it would carry favor with you.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
He rubs his chin and looks out the window. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Shanky, let's assume you killed him.
I didn't do it, fucker. It wasn't my plan.
You probably did, though.
It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky. You killed him. You got up there, shot him, cut down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your buddies, as part of a lynch mob, or alone for committing murder?
Fuck you, man. I would never fuck my guys over like that.
He squeaks with indignation.
She didn't either. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods.
Man, I got Theo on my side.
This is the only option he cares for.
Option? Opinion. The guy read it wrong.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However, hard I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
You swear this game had 80% less dubbing mistakes? Yeah. Maybe it's just me. Maybe somehow, just through my actions, or the copy I have, or, you know, I'm just special that way. I do things, I find things. Me? As in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
For my singing days. I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head.
Sure. Normal.
He says without smiling.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like can.
That's giving me way too much credit.
And then when they're all empty, just move onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
He nods. Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught heat. But she was too scared.
Scared? You should be, too. A strange fear creeps over you. A metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject. Everard has a file on you, but that's bogus. What she knows comes from somewhere else, from Jamrock. It must be real stuff.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlogged. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Interesting.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
you're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
So she didn't go tell Everett?
No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al.
Sounds like a challenge.
Either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There's some shit houses there. A cinder block town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
Junkies such as myself. I crashed there.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
Do you know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
Ty just puts an end to it. It's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
He puts out his hand. Shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
Just think it.
No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are. Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? It's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
How dare drama do this? Kim, am I boring?
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
I like standards.
Of course you do. Maybe some regulations and a usual pistol to go with them. It's official. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait. This will be my copper type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Yeah, no need. Let's keep that announcement on standby for now.
Good. Of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
How dare. How dare. Okay, what is the check that is the one... Let me find it. Beep bop boop bop. These are white checks. What was the one for the fucking... That one where I'm like, I really want to break in there or whatever. It's that little like base looking thing on the very edge of... Was it Volition? I'm not being communist enough? Damn. Shots fired. I think it was volition. It wasn't any of these. Or was it interfacing? Interfacing? The problem is I don't think I can check on this because I think these are all white checks. I care so much about it. I'm gonna go run and check it. Can I fast travel yet? Can I fast travel? Huh! It's interfacing or volition. Volition doesn't make much sense in my head. It's probably interfacing.
An old door.
It is interfacing. Okay.
Guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. An old door worn by
Still
elements
a 3,
guards
damn.
the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
I think technically because that's like the check is a 20, right? So if you got 6s, then it's an automatic pass. But like it's saying it because if I got like 6 and a 5, that's 11. And then interfacing is what, 7? I don't know how the things actually work. But overall it's 7. So an 11 and a 7 is 18. Even that wouldn't be far enough. So I'd have to go like... I would have to put 2 more points in here. And then I would just have a 6 and a 6 or a 6 and a 5 would make the pass on the check. Although, if I had some interfacing clothing... Well, I already have +2. So that's already... 11 plus 7. I know. I was doing the math. I'm doing the math. Bonus from items. Bonus from items. Bonus from items already says +2. The gloves interfacing +2. Bonus from items. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I had to click it. +2. There we go. Yeah. So basically, I need a lot more interfacing clothing. And put even more points into it. This is gonna be tough. And the thing is, it's a red check. I don't want to fuck this. I don't want to fuck this up so bad that if I mess this up, I'll never get in. And then, you know what I was saying about curiosity earlier? About how curious I am? I would be so upset. I'd be so upset I could never get in there. I would destroy myself. I would... Oh, I can't fast travel. Well, maybe I don't need to fast travel at this point. No need for travel. Fast travel. It doesn't matter what you do. Everybody dance and multiply by 2. 2 times 2 is... 2 times 3 is... 2 times 6 is... There's a slit in the concrete here. A sewer? Austin, what the hell are you going on about? I'm just... 4! 2 times 7 is... 12! 2 times 7 is... 2 times... This is like audience participation. Perfect. 14. This is how you learn multiplication facts. Your multiplication tables, whatever you want to call them. I must stress, this was not a thing I did when I was a kid, but it was something apparently. It's a multiplication song. Actually, there are multiple multiplication songs that I remember my brother telling me about when he was younger. That like his teacher would put on a little tape, and then she would go around, and so like different songs, but like it would say like 2 times 6 is, and then she would point to a random student, and like you would in the tune of the song or at the like you'd only have like a couple seconds to like answer it. And he would always talk about, like, I'm not throwing my brother under the bus here at this moment, but like I just remember growing up, like I remember multiplication tables for him was not the easiest thing that came to him, I believe. And so I remember him just talking about how, like, these songs would bring him, like, so much anxiety as the teacher would, like, play these stupid multiplication things. Oh, it's so good. All right, do I talk to her? Let's see. Let's see.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I love this lady. She gave me a roof. 2 times 6 is... Toto. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Oh. Good point, lady.
Because she's blind?
Yeah.
Which you seem to have forgotten.
Yikes. Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
Lady, don't make me not like you anymore.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
If she's blind, why did he point? Kim, you want to explain yourself? You just pointed in a direction to a blind woman. Now I'm not so bad, am I?
Would you now? I know how this world works. And it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This isn't about the union, you know. You don't have to worry about retaliation.
Ah, I should have known. This is yet another union.
No, I said it's not.
I'm not afraid of them.
No.
We are not in the habit of being afraid around here.
No, ma'am. Ma'am. I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
Ma'am.
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Alright, goodbye. I'm off. Get into her shack? I'm not gonna bust into her. Oh. No, her shack, like the one she rented out to me. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others.
Ah, a secret passage.
The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Let's move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
I don't want to stick my hand in there. Search through the sand and sawdust.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper.
Is it my gun? What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it
Ah,
out.
a bullet.
Bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber.
A bullet. Interesting.
The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
Alright. Alright. Alright, lady.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
She murmurs softly.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet?
The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, then turns to the washerwoman.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag after a long silence. Her hands move into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl.
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
You said she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Kim, she must have heard your Kanema.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
Brag much? Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No.
The truth, sire.
What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
She looks back toward her shack, thinking.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Aye. Do tell.
A seagull flies overhead, obviously a bad omen. It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
The world.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son.
Thanks, physical instrument.
She really believes that.
Does she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieu she'd made.
She brushes her forehead with the back of her hand. Water drips to the ground.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Everyone doubts me. Everyone's doubting me.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Man, I was really hoping she'd be hiding in this village.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here. Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the heater. The failed electric mural? Is that the one on the side of the building? Alright, goodbye, I'm off. Failed electric?
One thing, officer.
I think so.
If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She looks around. The air is getting colder.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Should I go? Is the failed electric? Failed electric's gotta be that thing with the father and the son. I should probably go look at it before I forget. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Failed electric. Yeah, I'm right, dude. My memory's not so bad. Why does it want me to look at this?
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Failed Electrical R&D.
Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking.
Of course.
Will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice.
Oh, that makes sense. That's why we see there's that thing that's up there. Okay, it all makes sense.
Failed Electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms. Failed Electrical. You only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Why do I feel like I know this place?
Indeed. Somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower, maybe.
Alright, thanks, Kim. Real help.
Why single out this one building?
I'm gonna listen to the wind. Damn, look at this. +3, found the empty trap. +3, heard Lena's true story. +1, reconstruct execution. +2, establish the nightclub. +2, discover the anomaly. +3, death notification. You were wrong about the completion, I told you? Damn. You're gonna be like, it's 30%. It's 30. You're still a long ways away, sir. Okay, listen to the wind.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
I'm gonna turn to the lieutenant and say, she could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least.
See? Exactly, Kim. This is why we looked for things. We got familiar with the area by doing those tasks for people. It's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. Okay.
And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if that fails? If we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
He looks behind him, at the dark red box crumbling across the chasm.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold.
Ah, fun times. Alright, let's leave then. Maybe while we look for Ruby, we're gonna find... maybe we'll find these things as I look for Ruby. Alright, return to the Feld mural and consult the wind if you don't know what to do. Other than that, keep searching the coast. Ruby was in the Cinderblock village, but left Monday. She could be anywhere on the peninsula, north of the village. Look inside the church. Ask around. There are people to the west of the mural. Or I don't know, ask a girl on a date. Then ask her. Ask the wind, maybe? Ask the girl on the date? The lady on the one who... The one from the pier-like thing? This game literally just said, hey, you're looking for Ruby? Alright, just go do things. Just go, maybe. It's honestly, it's hilarious. It's like the game is like, hey, okay, you're gonna be looking for Ruby, but you know what? You have almost no leads to find her where it is. So honestly, just go do a bunch of things, and maybe one of the millions of possibilities of things you could do might lead you to Ruby. That's basically what the game is telling me, and I love it for that. I love it. I love it. We love it. I'm gonna go interfacing again. Because here's the thing. What if Ruby is in that bunkery thing? I need to get in there. The need is strong. The need is so strong. Do I have what are other interfacing? I don't even know. This can't be a thing because I've already done the whole book thing with that. Knick-knack stand? Try that again. Why not? Maybe I'll make that the last thing I do here today. And then next time we play this, I'll just go searching. I apparently will just go searching. Can I fast travel? Please let me fast travel. Alright, we gotta run, Kim. Run as if our life depended on it. Okay, as we run to... I'm gonna keep checking. Yes! Okay, so next time I play this will probably be sometime this week, for sure. Probably not tomorrow. So it's gonna be either Tuesday or Wednesday. And we will look for Ruby. Again, I just gotta do things. I think the game is just like, hey, you gotta do some things and just hope something leads you to, like, to potential Ruby. Alright, there's no way I fuck this check up again. I feel like I've messed this...
rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
I'm pretty sure there's some way I've messed this check up like 3 or 4 times. There's no way I get double ones here. I'm gonna take up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What is this? Show it to the shopkeep.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Wait, he's headless, but he's looking for the cap?
He lost his cap when he lost his head.
Oh, of course.
Perhaps he's looking for the head.
I do have a lot of stuff to do. Right now, it could be anywhere between 55% and 80%. Dang. So if we run this in my math, Austin stream playing video games math, that means about like 100 more hours for me. I'm definitely gonna buy this. It's only 50 cents of real, half a real.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
He grins. That's a threat. I've just been threatened.
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should learn from him.
Alright, well, I'm gonna step away from the table then. Let's take a look at this. It's truly like interesting. The plastic headless fallen rider sits atop his equally plastic bowl, his posture indicating either desperation or pride. Comes as a set with the famous fallen cap, for which he lost his head. The head is not included. Alright, cool. I'll just hold on to that then. Okay. So yeah, as I said, when we come to next time we play this, either Tuesday or Wednesday night, I think we just do things. I think we just have to, it's mostly just gotta be like, all right, you gotta like, I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure this shit out. Am I fucked on this because I sold the oil? Later on, I could go and return to the group for the discussion if I get to, the next night, but I assume that's probably not going to happen next time I play this. Just being honest with myself. I don't know if I want to do this, the signature things, that spooks me. I don't know who else to ask about the tattoos. I could do some checks, but I mean. Alright. So yeah, we'll just go searching. We'll just go searching next time we play. It'll work out fine. It'll be perfect. I should probably set up my body if I can, right? Beep ba boo. Ba da da ba ba. Is it gonna let me fast travel? The answer is no. Alright, well, I'll do this then. Okay. I think this will be good. So we'll just search. Either I search. Tricky. This is tricky. I'm thinking. Those on white are available to try now. Do I ask her out on a date? Do I have good suggestion clothing? I don't think I do I? That's a -1. Fuck. +1. Hey. 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 That might be all that I have. Is that -1 again? God. Just the worst. Empathy. Oh. Okay. We'll figure this out. When we next time we play this, Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll I'll figure something out. Honestly, these things obviously need to be done. Check boardwalk. Boardwalk. I would have assumed this is where, like, that one guy died. That we did the thing. Boardwalk? That seems like a boardwalk to me. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. When we come back, we'll do it. Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll end the stream there. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you had fun. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow stream, most likely... honestly, tomorrow, if I start early enough, maybe I'll do some more odd one outs and Naruto. I could totally see that, because we only have like probably 2 more Naruto streams going. If I don't start early enough tomorrow, then maybe we just do Naruto. But I think Naruto's only gonna have like 2 more streams to it, so that's probably what we'll do. I'd like to finish that in like a week's time or so. And then if that's the case, then, you know, like I said, Tuesday or Wednesday, probably a Disco Elysium stream. There's most likely then the other night would be an Umineko. I could then even possibly see Friday night being another Naruto and just finishing that, do a finale, most likely, and then get the weekend started at the point. So that's what I'll lay out for the week, tentatively. Again, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Still plenty of hours left in it. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night. So until then, see you another stream.